Well, hello everyone and a huge welcome back for another Minecraft tutorial. We've returned to our Viking village here in the Snowy Tiger biome, as today we're going to be adding another build to the area. Thank you to everyone who's been watching the series so far, but today I'm going to show you how to build a very popular request, and that request is a Viking Blacksmith. That's right guys, I'm going to show you how to build a Nordic/Viking style blacksmith with a smithing area, anvils, fire pit and a living area, all whilst keeping with the same sort of style of the surrounding village. I'd also like to quickly say thank you for all your support on my very first ever survival let's play video. If you haven't seen that, go check that out, but for now let's clear out a little bit of space and build our Viking blacksmith. So we're going to build our Viking blacksmith over here next to this cliff, so we're going to push the terrain back slightly to give ourselves a bit more room to work with. I've recently been watching the series Vikings on Amazon Prime, and it's given me loads of ideas and inspirations to how we can expand our village. I would definitely give it a watch if you haven't seen it. But without waffling on much longer, once we've cleared out this area, I'll give you a quick preview of the blacksmith that we're going to build. So, as I said before, we've gone for a similar style to the other builds to keep the Viking feel to the place, but this time we're going to add a sort of barn/workshop area to the right hand side of it for our Viking blacksmith to work in whilst being shielded from the harsh winter weather. This gives us a place for our fearless warriors to get their weapons from, and a place where the anchors are to be made for our future Viking ships, which we'll build very shortly. So let's see what we'll need for the build. So what materials we're going to need for the Viking blacksmith? We're going to need some cobblestone, regular stone, cobble and regular stone slabs, some stripped dark oak logs, some spruce planks, some spruce stairs, some dark oak stairs, some dark oak slabs, some trapdoors in both spruce and regular oak, some dark oak fences, spruce doors, chains and some lanterns. Nice and easy to acquire in survival, so let's get to work. So for this build we're going to need a 13 by 9 block area, so make sure you have enough room before you start. So first of all, we're going to grab our stripped dark oak logs and we're going to place one on all of the 11 yellow blocks like so. Then, using some cobblestone, we're going to form a foundation by filling in all the area to the left of the centre, including the centre itself like shown. Then grab some regular stone and texture up the foundation by replacing some random blocks of cobble. Now, place an extra 2 cobblestone blocks in the shown positions and then add another stripped dark oak block in the centre of the middle like so. On the left hand side 3 dark oak logs, we're going to place an extra one on top of each one, making the total height of each 2 blocks high. Then, working our way to the right, we're going to add another 5 blocks to the next 5 blocks of stripped dark oak, bringing the total of each column from the ground up to 6. Then, again, working our way to the right, we're going to add 3 extra to the next 2 and then another 2 to the ones on the far right hand side of the build. If any of this gets a bit confusing, remember you can always stop the video or slow it down to view things a little bit clearer. Next, we're going to add a spruce door to the front and the back of the build in between each set of the highest 2 columns like so. Then, using some spruce planks, we're going to create a 1 block high wall around the edge of the cobblestone foundation like so, leaving the centre bit open. Now, on the top of the singular spruce plank to the right hand side of the door, we're going to add a further 3 spruce planks. Do this on both the front and the back of the build. Then, on the left hand side of the doors, we're going to add an extra 3, then 2, then 1 spruce plank to form a slope like so. Again, do this on the front and the back of the build. Then, using some more spruce planks, we're going to fill in the half of the centre wall like so, up to the height of the highest column. This will be the dividing wall between the living area and the blacksmith's workshop. Then, back round the front, we're going to leave a gap above the door and then place a spruce plank like shown. Do this at the front and the back, and then pop a little dark oak fence post on top of each one to form an air vent. Next, we're going to knock out all the spruce planks either side of our gap above the door, and we're going to replace them with a regular oak trap door. pop one in the gap above the door too. Repeat the exact process on the rear of the build as well. Now this bit is optional, but I think it adds a bit of extra detail to the front of the structure, so I'm going to replace the lowest row of spruce planks with some upside down spruce stairs just to break up that boring plain wall a little. Again, do this on the back as well. Now we're going to form a long 13 block stripped dark oak beam down the centre of the build on top of our dark oak fence posts, making sure there's 2 blocks popping over the edge of each side. On the left hand side of the build, we're going to add a dark oak fence post on the ground next to each stripped dark oak log. Then add a row of 11 dark oak stairs on top of the fences, and then continue building rows of stairs all the way up to our central beam that we've just built to form our traditional Viking sloped roof. We're going to do the same thing on the right hand side of the build, but this time we're going to work from the middle and only form 3 rows of 11 dark oak stairs. This will shortly lead into a more shallow roof covering our blacksmith workshop. Next, using some dark oak slabs, we're going to line the central beam with 11 blocks and then go back over, placing one on every other block to form that crenellated look we've used in our previous Viking builds. Now we're going to form that traditional Viking flare on the front and the back edges of the roof. To do this, add 2 upside down stairs, followed by 2 right way upstairs, and then another 2 upside down. Do this on the front and the back. Then just form a little doorstep with some cobble and regular stone slabs. We're now going to quickly remove our woolly guide from the floor and start to form the workshop. To do this, we're going to form rows of spruce trapdoors between the front and the back dark oak columns, and then do the same round the back to form a wall like so. Then on top of the back trapdoor wall, add another 3 regular oak trapdoors for some ventilation. Then grab some dark oak slabs and form a block on each side of the 2 columns like so, and then bridge them together using more slabs at the same width as the roof. Drop down half a block and do the same again, but this time with 2 rows, then drop down another half a block and bridge the next 2 columns, and then drop down another half a block and add a final row. Then, if you want, you can add some spruce trapdoors to the top of each column. Now, in the front entrance to our workshop, we're going to add a row of 3 oak trapdoors at the top, then add a few extra details outside like a lantern hanging from a chain and a few chests and barrels out the front to make the place come to life a little bit. Then add our all important Viking banners on the front wall. Now we're going to texture up the floor a little bit inside the workshop using some path blocks and some coarse dirt and gravel. Bring the texture outdoors as well to form a path to the front door. Then, back inside of our workshop, we're going to pop a couple of cobblestone blocks down and some stairs to create a little walkway up to the living area of our blacksmith. For the interior of the workshop, we're going to add a few details like a firing pit in the corner and some anvils, smithing benches and worktops. Then we'll add some storage blocks and banners, and then we're going to form a little border around the living area entrance with some more spruce and oak trapdoors. Then we'll add some hanging chains and some lanterns, and that completes our little side workshop for our blacksmith to work in. Now for the living area, we're going to add a sunken bed, some storage, some lanterns, all the usual stuff, remembering that it doesn't need to be perfect, as we don't think the Vikings were the kings of tidy houses. We'll add some brown banners and to act as animal skins, and then texture up the floor slightly to complete the inside of our Viking blacksmith. And there we have it, ladies and gentlemen, our Viking blacksmith is complete. I think you'll agree that it fits really nicely into our Snowy Village, and it makes me really excited to see what we have in store next to expand the village. Let me know down below what you thought of the build, as well as what you'd like to see me build next. It could be some ships and a dock or a storage barn, or maybe something else, so let me know. But that's all we've got time for in today's tutorial, so thank you for watching. If you haven't already, then press that subscribe button for more video tutorials, and keep an eye out for my new survival series. Episode 2 is coming out shortly, but until then guys, thanks for watching and tatty bye.